Welcome to this video on the power of active listening in relationships. Communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship, but simply hearing someone isn't enough. Active listening is a powerful tool that can help us truly understand and connect with the people in our lives. In this video, we'll explore what active listening is, the benefits of practicing it, and how to implement it in different types of relationships. Whether you're in a romantic relationship, a friendship, a parent-child relationship, or a professional setting, active listening can improve your communication skills, deepen your relationships, and promote understanding and connection with others. So let's dive in. The importance of active listening in relationships. Effective communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. However, communication is not just about talking, it's also about listening. In fact, listening may be the most important part of communication, as it allows us to truly understand and connect with our partners. Active listening is a specific type of listening that involves not only hearing the words our partner is saying, but also understanding their perspective and feelings. When we practice active listening, we are fully present and engaged in the conversation, using verbal and nonverbal cues to show our partner that we are listening and that we care. There are several key benefits to practicing active listening in relationships. First and foremost, active listening can help build trust between partners. When we feel heard and understood, we are more likely to trust our partner and feel comfortable sharing our thoughts and feelings with them. In addition, active listening can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts. By truly understanding our partner's perspective, we can avoid jumping to conclusions or making assumptions that may not be accurate. This can prevent unnecessary arguments and allow us to work through any disagreements in a more productive and respectful way. Finally, active listening can improve overall communication in a relationship. When we practice active listening, we are demonstrating that we value and respect our partner's thoughts and feelings. This can create a positive feedback loop, where both partners feel comfortable sharing openly and listening attentively to one another. In summary, active listening is a powerful tool in relationships that can help build trust, prevent misunderstandings, and improve overall communication. By being present, using nonverbal cues, asking clarifying questions, avoiding judgment, validating your partner's feelings, and reflecting on what you've heard, you can become a more effective listener and deepen your connection with your partner. Tips for practicing active listening in relationships. Now that we understand the importance of active listening in relationships, let's discuss some practical tips for implementing it in our daily lives. Be present. The first step in practicing active listening is to be fully present in the conversation. This means putting away distractions, such as phones or laptops, and focusing on the person speaking. Use nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues, such as eye contact, nodding, and leaning in, can signal to your partner that you are actively listening and engaged in the conversation. Ask clarifying questions. Asking clarifying questions can help you better understand your partner's perspective and feelings. It also shows that you are genuinely interested in what they have to say. Avoid judgment. It's important to avoid judgment and criticism when practicing active listening. Instead, focus on understanding and validating your partner's perspective, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. Validate your partner's feelings. Validating your partner's feelings can help them feel heard and understood. This involves acknowledging their emotions and showing empathy, even if you don't necessarily share the same feelings. Reflect on what you've heard. After the conversation, take some time to reflect on what you've heard and any potential misunderstandings or areas of conflict. This can help you clarify any points of confusion and prevent future misunderstandings. By implementing these tips, you can become a more effective listener and improve your communication and connection with your partner. It's important to remember that active listening is a skill that takes practice, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't come naturally at first. With time and effort, you can become a more attentive and compassionate listener and strengthen your relationship in the process. Examples of active listening in relationships. Let's explore some examples of how active listening can be used in different types of relationships. Romantic relationships. In a romantic relationship, active listening can be used to deepen intimacy and build trust. For example, if your partner is sharing a personal struggle or vulnerability, you can use active listening to show your support and understanding. By validating their feelings and perspective, you can create a safe and supportive environment where they feel comfortable sharing their innermost thoughts and emotions. Friendships. In friendships, active listening can be used to strengthen the bond between friends and promote empathy and understanding. For example, if a friend is going through a difficult time, you can use active listening to show your support and concern. By asking open-ended questions and avoiding judgment, you can help your friend feel heard and validated, and strengthen your friendship in the process. Parent-child relationships. In parent-child relationships, active listening can be used to promote healthy communication and trust. For example, if your child is upset or struggling with a problem, you can use active listening to understand their perspective and provide guidance and support. By validating their feelings and showing empathy, you can create a safe and supportive environment where your child feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and emotions. Professional relationships. In professional relationships, active listening can be used to promote effective communication and collaboration. For example, if you're working on a team project, you can use active listening to understand your colleagues' perspectives and ideas. By asking clarifying questions and avoiding assumptions, you can prevent misunderstandings and work together more effectively. In summary, active listening is a versatile tool that can be used in many different types of relationships to promote understanding, empathy, and connection. By practicing active listening, we can become more effective communicators, build trust, prevent conflicts, and deepen our relationships.
Tips for practicing active listening. Now that we've discussed the benefits of active listening and examples of how it can be used in different relationships, let's talk about some tips for practicing active listening. Stay present. To practice active listening, it's important to stay present and fully focused on the conversation. Avoid distractions like your phone or other tasks, and give the speaker your undivided attention. Use verbal and nonverbal cues. Active listening involves both verbal and nonverbal cues. Use verbal cues like nodding, summarizing, and asking clarifying questions to show the speaker that you're engaged and understanding their message. Use nonverbal cues like eye contact and body language to convey empathy and connection. Avoid judgment. To create a safe and supportive environment for the speaker, it's important to avoid judgment and criticism. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective and feelings and validate their experiences. Practice empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. To practice active listening, it's important to practice empathy by putting yourself in the speaker's shoes and trying to understand their perspective. Repeat back. To ensure that you're fully understanding the speaker's message, repeat back what they've said in your own words. This can help clarify any misunderstandings and show the speaker that you're truly listening. By following these tips and practicing active listening regularly, you can improve your communication skills, deepen your relationships, and promote understanding and connection with others. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the new series of videos like this. Discussing interesting topics in psychology and relationships, keep in mind there is also new series coming on the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date. See you in future videos.